Hi, dear lovely people. This is episode 8 of our ongoing series of healing. Today, we are going to talk about birth trauma or birth imprint, you can say. See, I have this today. Happy Rakhi, by the way. So, what is birth trauma, or you can say birth imprint? These are two different things, but birth imprint can be good or bad. It's not always bad, but trauma is, of course, a traumatical birth that you had while you were coming out of your mother's womb. So birth imprint is memories, the energy exchange that you had with your mother at that point of time, right? So some of us, or like most of us, don't remember what was happening at that time. Most of us don't remember how our mother was feeling at that time, how things were going at that time, like was she taking care of us or not, were we somebody who were welcomed in this universe, in this on this planet, or we were just coming out of her body. So those moments in the womb, they leave some kind of imprints on us. You can call it like little stamps on us, not only on our brain or on our mind. It's like in our nervous system and in our energies. We feel a lot of different kind of energies, right? And we can't even define them, we can't even pinpoint them, like where they are coming from. They are mostly coming out of our mother's womb when we were taking birth. I have to look that side. I have made notes. Okay. See, today science is also telling us that an infant in the mother's womb can feel each and everything. Whatever the mother feels, the child can feel inside, right? If the mother is happy, the child is feeling safe inside and feeling excited about what's next. If the mother is not happy, she is just doing it for the sake of doing it, she's not taking care of the child in the womb, then that becomes a birth trauma kind of energy. And while giving birth, was she peaceful, was she happy, was she excited, or she was just trying to push it out? Okay, sometimes it happened, especially with women, especially with female kids, that when their mothers know that it's a female kid and they don't want it, they take it as an unwanted kid and they just try to push it out and let this come out and maybe never look back. They don't like the kid. That becomes a birth trauma for some of us. For some of us, the birth was so traumatical for the mother and for the child both, because of not being able to go to the hospital on time, or it was stressful energy around her, around your mother all the time. There was no harmony between your mother or and your father, or there were stressful energies around the situation. Whatever the situation was, in whatever way, it was having an indirect effect on the child in the womb. That's our birth imprints. So it's like a birth imprints for most of us are not that much good, because again, even if the mother was happy, super happy with us, our connection with our mother in the womb was very very good. Something happened at the time of birth, just about when we were about to come to the planet earth through her womb. Something happened, and it changed the whole dynamic between the mother and the child. Yeah. So this imprint is not just in your mind, it's stored in your nervous system, your cells, and your energy field. It's like an invisible program running in the background. Yeah, it happens, right? So how to figure that out? So how do you know what your own imprint is? You can ask your mother, like while she was pregnant with you, what was her energies? What was she eating? Like was she eating properly? Was she nourishing herself properly? Was she doing a lot of work? Was she under pressure, under stress? What kind of pregnancy she had when she was having you in her womb? You can ask her out. If it is not possible to ask her out directly, ask your father maybe, or ask somebody else who was taking care of your mother at that time. If they can be honest, it's going to be very very easy for you to figure out what kind of imprints you have, or what kind of issues you are taking from your mother's womb, right? Now, notice your recurring patterns. Do you feel unsafe in new situations? Do you have certain kind of fears that you don't know where they come from? And do you resist change? There can be, there can be a moment in your life when something was happening, when you were about to get birth in on this planet Earth. The stress maybe, the fear maybe, or this energy of an unwanted kind of energy of being an unwanted kind of kid in this world, or something like that. Maybe you were one of those kids where the mother never wanted the kid and you just came out, you were just in her womb. So because of that, you might have recurring pattern of control issues and abandonment issues or trust issues, because you were not able to feel safe in your own mother's womb. But notice the recurring pattern. There might be something in you that keeps on coming back to you again and again and again. Let's say, for example, you have trust issues. Even if everything is going fine in your life, you cannot trust people. You just cannot trust people, and you don't even have a valid reason for why you can't do that. Hmm? Sometimes it happens because at the time of birth you felt abandoned by your own mother. Even if you were in the womb, you were not that much loved or welcomed or beautifully aligned with your mother's energies. That's why we have sometimes trust issues. Try to figure it out. And while you are meditating, while you are doing something to calm your energies down, you might feel like some kind of energy is getting triggered again and again. A memory is getting triggered, a deep sadness, a deep fear that you cannot explain. So I have a friend of mine. Whenever I talk to her about meditation, or whenever I kind of literally I have to force her to meditate, she's very scared of meditation. She always says that she don't have any trauma in her life as such. Her life was really beautiful, but whenever she starts meditating, she gets scared. She gets scared as if she's going to die or something bad is going to happen, or her life is very very bad, very very bad. And even if it is good, even if there is no valid reason for her to fear, for her to get scared. So then I talked her about her birth, about her mother and everything. Then we figured it out that her mother was very very scared of giving birth to her. When she got to know that it's a female in her womb, she was very very scared of giving birth to her, because her whole family wanted a male kid as the first kid. Although she was loved very beautifully by the whole family, and she is kind of a lucky child in her family, but that trauma remained with her, and still she have that kind of issue. She can't just meditate. This unknown fear, this energy of oh my god, what is going to happen. Without any reason she gets scared, without any reason she get this energy of I can't meditate, I can't be in the darkness kind of energy. Because when we go deep into the meditation, we always have that energies or feelings around us that are very uncomfortable sometimes, right? So that is one of the energies that I analyzed in her. And now when she talked about it to her mother, she was not telling her anything, but eventually she told her, and then we worked on that with womb meditations and womb healing meditations, birth trauma, and Ho'oponopono and hypnosis sessions. And now she's kind of fine. Now she can meditate finally. Let me tell you the signs and symptoms of a wounded birth imprint, or you can say if you're having birth trauma, this will help you to figure it out. You have unexplained anxiety, especially in new environments or when starting something new. You don't know why you are so anxious. it's, Even if it is just meeting a new person, just normal energy of meeting a person for the first time, maybe it gives you that much of anxiety. You can't even explain where this is coming from and why you're not confident enough. Even if you're the most confident person in your life, you get anxious in new environments with new people and new energies that makes you feel unexplainably anxious and stressed out. You have fear of separation. Once you get attached to somebody, no matter who that is, it can be a pet, it can be friends, it can be like a sibling, or you having this attachment towards your father or mother, you cannot just separate, you cannot just properly let it go or leave properly. You always are scared or panicking. What if someone important to you is going to pull away, or worse, if what if they're going to die, you're never going to meet them again. This is also a sign of birth trauma or birth imprint that you are taking from your mother's womb, not consciously. No mother would want their kid to suffer like this. But when you are not loved enough, when you are not cared enough, when you are not welcomed enough, these kind of things happens, right? Now, difficulty trusting life, a constant sense that something bad will happen, because your own mother was always scared, always in this flight or fight mode kind of energy when she was like pregnant with you. That's why you have this energy of difficulty trusting life in itself, continuous fear of, continuous energy of something bad is going to happen, your life is not good, your life is never going to be good, that kind of energy. Okay, now, and then you are going to the other symptom is sign is feeling unwanted or unworthy. Let's say feeling unworthy of love, feeling unwanted in a group of people, feeling like you are not enough for yourself. That's a classic sign of birth trauma that we inherit from our mother's womb, because we were not welcomed there, because we felt unwanted and unworthy in our mother's womb. That's why we feel like this in our real life also, even when people are not doing anything wrong with you. You know, everyone goes through certain kind of issues in their life. It doesn't mean that their life is that issue. That's not life, that's just an experience of life. But some people make it as like this is their life and this is the truth of their life. They are unworthy of love and they are unwanted and nobody loves them, nobody wants them. That is also a classic sign of birth trauma or birth imprint. You have control issues. You keep on trying to control each and everything in your life, because you didn't have any control on your life in your mother's womb. You don't have any hand in coming to this planet earth, according to whatever you call it, I don't know. It's like you were feeling helpless at that time because you were not welcomed enough, you were not here on this planet earth because of your wish or because of your will. We're not talking about spiritual things here, just talking about the practical things here. That's why you have control issues. You try to control each and everything in your life, right? And that makes you feel like, okay, if anything is going a slightly slightly little bit here and there from what you want it to be, you panic, you go in the panic mode, right? Physical tension, tightness in the belly, in the chest maybe, or shoulders for no clear reason. Because again, you were suppressed as a kid, you were suppressed in we are talking about just energy when you were in your mother's womb. Okay, so you were not fully happy because your mother was not happy. You were dealing with her energies, with her stress, with her trauma that she had gone through in her life till that point of her life, and then she was like in this energy with you. No mother, I don't think so any mother is going to consciously behave like this with their kid. But for some of us are forced to behave like in a certain way, to think in a certain way, the conditioning, the pressure, the patriarchal society, a lot of things happens, right, to a female, especially in India. And that's why I can understand why Indian females have a lot of birth trauma. Since her childhood they are kind of like this only, including me. I was the second born female of my family, although I was loved unconditionally by all of my family and friends and everyone. But I had this, and I had to take 2 3 sessions, um, healing sessions, and then I was able to let it go properly. I was scared to do that, but finally I did that. Now let's talk about how we can heal this kind of energy, heal this kind of imprint or trauma. It's very very important for us to start from the beginning. We always start from, a lot of people start from, okay, let's go back to the time when you were 5 or 6 years. What about the time when we were getting birth? Even if you don't remember anything, okay, I think 90% of us don't even remember, but we can sense it, we can feel it. I told you the signs and symptoms, and talk to your mother about it. If it is possible, it's going to actually heal your relationship with your mother too. It will definitely help both of you. And start healing from the start. Start from the start always. Don't go jump into cycles like, okay, let's start to heal this trauma. Don't think about the you know childhood. I'm going to make a group where we are going to heal from the start. Obviously it's going to be a paid group, and we are going to heal the issues, maybe if it is possible, in a group. Otherwise, let's see. Awareness, number one step is the awareness. Awareness is the most important step in each and every healing. You should be aware of what the real problem is. Today you have to figure out how your birth was, how your energies was when you were in your mother's womb. Was she happy? Was she content? Was she peaceful? Were you a unwanted child, or were not were you something that she didn't wanted but she had to give birth just because of the society pressure or patriarchy or whatever the reason is. Be aware of the factor that there was some issue, there was some problem. Maybe you're not going to find any problem, that's really really good, but try to figure it out. Okay. Womb healing meditations, these are very very powerful meditation. Even if you are not going to figure it out, like the problems, the issues that you had with the your mother at that point of time, you will be able to release a lot of stressful energies around the situation. Okay, you will be able to forgive your mother, you will be able to forgive the whole environment in which you were born. I'm going to do it next, womb healing meditation. Tomorrow we are going to do it. Okay. In that we are going to behave like our tiny tiny self, and we are coming out in this world with love and peace. Okay. And we are going to repeat that meditation until we are going to feel very beautifully aligned with the whole universe. Okay. Again, breath work is also going to help. Okay. Breath work means like you can simply come back to this present moment again and again and again whenever you feel anxious or stressed out, or whenever this thought of yours come out, like you hating your mother, or you hating your environment, or you hating your childhood, or whenever these kind of energies or these kind of thoughts come up, you can always come back to your breath. Actually, there are multiple steps in breath work too. You can take a class from a breath work expert, and you can learn 2 3 techniques. We are definitely going to do that after this whole sessions are going to be over. You, if you can wait, you can just go with me. Then again, reparenting your birth, you can visualize your birth again. Imagine it going totally different from what it was at that point of time. Yeah, that's going to help reparenting our energies from the childhood. Till this time we are going to do it gently, step by step. It's not going to be like, again, I always believe in going to the basics and then starting going upwards. Okay. And then sound healing and music can also heal. Okay. You can listen to healing music, certain kind of frequencies for each energy, for each chakra. For you, heart chakra is going to be good, and solar plexus chakra, because we were in our mother's womb. So solar plexus chakra and heart chakra healing music can help you. You can listen to that. Okay. And then forgiveness and compassion towards your mother. It's like it's not her fault. I can't say it's somebody's fault. Actually, we only choose which womb we are going to be in on a soul level. It's a soul contract. I think I told you before as well. So it's not her fault as a soul. Might be we are going to find her fault as a person, as a human. So try to practice forgiveness and compassion towards her as much as you can, because I don't think so she was doing it uh, according to her wish or according to her will. It was something that was kind of making her feel like that, or behave in a certain way, or maybe her pregnancy was not that much good, so she might have started not hating but not liking the whole thing. So it was not her fault or anything, but try to practice forgiveness and compassion towards your mother, towards this whole situation as much as you can from your side. It's going to help you a lot. Okay, now this is what I have for you for today. It's like birth imprint is not your destiny, but once you are going to heal this chapter of your life, you will be able to clear a lot of stagnant energies. That's not good for you. Okay, that's not good for anybody, right? But you have the power to rewire, and you have the power to reprogram your birth again. Okay, so that you can heal it properly and release this whole burdensome and heavy kind of energies properly. Okay, that will help you a lot. Tomorrow we are going to do a womb healing meditation, very gentle, very loving, and repeat that womb healing meditation for at least 7 to 10 days. That will help to reconnect with your mother, that will help to reconnect with yourself. Even if your mother is not here physically or in this world anymore, this will help you to reconnect with her energies in a beautiful and gentle way, right? So this is what I have for you today. Hope this helps to understand what kind of issues you have regarding your birth. And if you don't have any issues, that's really really beautiful. I just hope you don't have any of these. And may universe bless you, existence bless you. I'll see you soon in the next video, day 9, episode 9, tomorrow. Bye bye.